As you probably realized from the first minutes of the vlog, I am in Milan, and I'm so happy to welcome you to this new chapter of my life and definitely new series on my YouTube channel, which will be mostly dedicated to my life here, and I will share more about it. That is why I'm doing this little Q&A video, so I can talk to you guys and just share a bit more about everything pretty much, because I've never shared it anywhere on my other socials except for the past few days. I'm sharing some stories on Instagram, which is obvious that I'm here in Milan. So that is why I posted a story last week, just giving you the chance to ask me any questions you might have for this video. I'll try to respond to them now, and if you want me to feel more about it, if you have any topic that would be curious for you related to my life here or to anything else, I would be happy to respond and to make these Q&A videos more often. So let's get started. So first question, it's one of the major questions, is why I'm in Italy. I probably need to tell you a little backstory. Pretty much, if you're someone who's been following me for a while now, you must already know that I graduated here in 2023. I did my bachelor here, and the course was called Communication Management for Food and Fashion. It was a very interesting one. It was a more broad one. It covered very broad topics in the communication field, but overall it was a nice course, and the university was also a really nice one. And later on, once I graduated, I told myself I would do some type of a gap year, which turned to 2 gap years. So in the last 2 years, I have been working full-time as a social media manager, and I used this time to figure out what I want to do, what I want to study, and all that. And of course, while time passing, many things changed for me, but one thing didn't change for sure, and this was my desire to come to Italy and to pursue my master's here, more precisely Milan. I was considering other cities as an option, but the thing that I wanted to study was fashion, and more precisely fashion in the field of communications, to just deepen my knowledge in this sphere and to explore it more, also to explore the city more. And with this said, I thought, well, this is the place where I have to go back pretty much. So that is why I applied to Università Ulm, and pretty much its focus is communications, public relations, creative industries. So far it's been my top choice for master's degree, and I also considered it as a really good option for my bachelor back in 2020. However, at that time, Cattolica suited more my needs, my expectations, also the course they opened, Communication Management for Food and Fashion. That's the main reason why I'm back here. The master's degree that I'm going to be pursuing is named Fashion, Communication and Luxury Strategies, so it's more focused on fashion and luxury, and I'm super excited because I believe it will also help me a lot with my content creation. I can say it's something that I've been doing and that I've been passionate about for the past few years. So I really cannot wait to share more with you and to see how it will go, to see the people that I'm going to be communicating with, the friendships that I'm going to make. I hope it will be a really nice experience. And the course itself, it's a full master's. It's Laurea Magistrale. It is 2 years, so it is a full master's course, which is definitely not too short. The next question that I got asked a lot is in which city I am, but I replied to it already. I'm in Milan. It's a fashion capital, so I think it is obvious why I chose it as a place to study. I just always knew that I want to go back to Italy for my master's and to build a new life here, so I guess pretty much this happened. Next question is what I'll be doing here, why I'm here pretty much. So what I'll be doing here, I'll be studying, and I'm also looking for jobs. I'm considering part-time options. I'm considering many options, but I'll keep you posted on the job search. It's something that I've already started doing, of course. I have some projects that I'll continue doing. I will be working also with my former agency back in Bulgaria, but pretty much I'm not in a full-time position there. So there will be many changes for me as well in terms of that. It's very challenging because changing countries, changing everything is a big step, also a big risk in a way, but I believe it's something that if I'm not going to do it now in my 20s, probably it would be even harder for me to do it in my 30s, in my 40s. Yeah, I'm really excited for it, and I really hope it will be also interesting for you to see how my life changes here and what I'm doing. But yeah, I also wanted to tell more why I chose to do the full master rather than the master specialization, which is also an option here in Italy. Pretty much the master specializations are really short. They don't give you the laurea magistrale, which is the master's degree, but it's a really good option as well to focus more on a certain topic, on a certain field. However, the masters that I was looking, 1 year ones, they were very intense, meaning that I was supposed to have lectures every day from Monday to Friday from 9 to 5, which is a really good option, but not if you want to work. And when I saw that UM's Masters kind of gives you some space and time to do other things as well, except for studying. For example, I have some days that I don't have any lectures, or I have days when I will have lectures till lunchtime and then in the afternoon I'm free to go. It just made more sense for me. So do I know anyone here? Do I have any friends here? I actually have a few friends here from my bachelor course who stayed here, who started working here, who did their masters here or somewhere abroad, and then they came back, which I'm really thankful for because my course begins in the end of September. So now I have plenty of time to go out and to grab coffee with people. And I don't have friends right now from the university. I don't have a job yet here. And that is why I felt a bit lonelier this time coming. Why did you take a gap year? This is a question that many people who already know me ask me. I actually took 2 gap years, if I can call it like that, since I graduated in 2023. In September, it was my graduation ceremony, and now it's September 2025, so now I'm starting my master's. I think it was a really, really good decision of mine, and if I could go back in time, I would do the absolutely same, because back then I found a really nice opportunity as a social media manager at a beauty brand. Then I changed my job to the agency where I'm still working with in a way. These past 2 years have been so practical for me. Honestly, I just entered the adult life 2 years ago. I think it's better if you allow yourself to work a little, find what you like, do a few internships, 1 or 2 or whatever, and then go back for masters and to be much more adequate with what you want in your career life. Last question that I got is, did it feel like a risk? And in general, was it hard for me to move abroad? Because it was obvious that I'm moving abroad. I made it clear, I feel, in my stories. Definitely. I mean, it's an absolute risk because back in Sofia, I already built a life with my boyfriend. And even though we were constantly preparing ourselves for Italy, because we were attending Italian courses, we were thinking what we would do here, whether we would move back to Milan or somewhere else, when I would apply for masters, what type of masters, and all these things, you know, all the details that are behind the scenes, like finding an apartment and all that. I can say it felt like a risky move. I felt the risk I'm taking the moment I accepted, because pretty much at ULM I had to do admissions test. After I received the email saying that I passed the test, I had 5 or 6 days to choose whether I'm accepting and whether I'm securing my spot in the university. I got cold feet at the time. I was like, wow, it's actually happening. I actually got accepted. I actually have to move to, we need to build a new life. I'm not saying it's easy. Even this past week, it took me a while to realize that I'm back in Milan and to realize that I'm actually moving here and that I don't have return ticket back home. I mean, of course I can come back and all that, but it's not like I'm on a vacation. I think it's a good risk, and I think it's normal to take risks like this, because otherwise I would just stay at my place and just go to my 9-to-5 job and just go back home and that's it. So I think it's a risk that I'm happily taking, whatever the result will be, and I'm really hoping for the best here. I think these are the questions that I received. These are the most common questions that I also received from friends, from family, and I think I'm going to wrap this vlog. It's a short one. I just wanted to do this kind of an intro to this new series, and I will see you next week in my next Milanese vlog.